Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ITC Maglev presentation. We thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come see us today. ITC stands for Intelligent Transit Communicators.
And now on our criteria. Some of our criteria would have to be having a fast and efficient transit system that reduces congestion a lot between the Macon and Atlanta region. We chose Atlanta to Macon because we wanted to focus on fixing issues on a route that is used on a daily basis by a large population. In addition, Macon and Atlanta are some of the busiest cities in Georgia. Therefore, it was logical to focus on improving transportation in these areas because they're the ones being used most. Why have everything slowed down by traffic?
The following statistics come from the Georgia Department of Transportation's Crash Analysis, Statistics and Information Notebook of 2008. There were 342,534 traffic accidents. The number of persons injured in the traffic accidents of that year was 133,555 people. There were 1,703 traffic deaths in the year 2008, and the average crashes per day is 1,198. The Maglev trains worldwide, there hasn't been any reported accidents since 2006 in Germany when the train collided with a service vehicle in a test run. Other than that, there hasn't been any recent safety issues with the Maglev train system.
With all of this in mind, we formed our engineering question. How can we eliminate traffic congestion and decrease pollution by making a type of cost-efficient transit system from Macon to Atlanta and vice versa?
When making our design for our Maglev train, we determined that we need to brainstorm first, so we all had different ideas, and we took all those ideas and put them together to make rough sketches. After we made the rough sketches, we put all those to make a blueprint, and we have the physical copies of the blueprint.
So how does a maglev work? A maglev train uses electromagnets to levitate and reach fast speeds. As you may already know, opposite poles of a magnet attract while the same poles repel. With this in mind, we alternated the polarity of the magnets on the tracks to hold the train up while also propelling it across the tracks. The propulsion coils consume energy and receive electric current downstream to enable the train to reach high speeds. However, the levitation coils are not linked to any source of energy and are just made of superconductors that creates a magnetic field as inductive currents flow through them. This allows the train to levitate above the tracks and boom, we've got ourselves a flying train.
Energy in a maglev train is used to accelerate, levitate, and stabilize the movements of the train. Some energy is also consumed for air conditioning, heating, and lighting. Based on this, we estimate the overall energy consumed by the train itself per hour will be 30 watts per hour, and the estimated time for a trip from Macon to Atlanta and vice versa is 1 hour and 17 minutes.
Because we have electromagnets and our magnets work on electricity, in case of a power outage, everything would stop working. In order to keep our riders safe, we would need to get backup generators that are 150 kilowatts. We would need about 5 of these, and these cost about $30,000 each. That would add to our cost, but it would benefit and help keep our people safe.
We will make lounges in our stations to make the wait more comfortable, restrooms to accommodate passengers, and escalators and elevators to make transitioning to other floors easier. Also, wider and farther apart seats for more comfort.
The overriding issues of funding and accessibility are connected by the fact that the best way to guarantee adequate funds is to get the maximum number of riders paying fares. In this respect, it is important to route the train and locate its stations in places that target the two groups of riders who actually prefer mass transit and can generally afford to pay adequate fares. One is young, high-tech oriented professionals, and the other is an increasing number of retirees who share many of their preferences. Both groups care about the environment and want to live in dense, walkable neighborhoods with easy access to the services they need, as well as the exciting cultural and entertainment options of downtown. Since a large percentage of riders are likely to be lower-income people who cannot afford cars, it is also important for the maglev to have a good bus transit connections to the place where they live and possibly implement some type of fare assistance program.
Last but not least, to make our transit system more easily accessible to everyone, including but not limited to the disabled, the elderly, and the families with strollers, our particular design consisted of elevators and escalators in the stations and ramps in both the station and the train.
Now, as with everything, there are constraints to the said criteria. Now, with lounges, the constraints would have to be funding. That is our biggest constraint for everything. Funding, since we're already spending a good amount of money on a pricey system, they're also asking us to put in lounges. Lounges typically mean higher class, more comfortable. just a better environment. But with everything that's better, you have to pay more. Say, instead of having the traditional seats, like say plastic or so, like you normally see, like say we had like a leather seat or something, that would obviously be more expensive.
The Georgia ASCE report card of 2014 gave our Georgia transit system a D-. We, our group personally, gave Georgia's transit system a C, just because, I feel like we were being a bit too generous, and we gave them a C because we believed that the same as ASCE, we believe that the whole transit system needs to be more modernized and updated, since it's a little bit run down right now. And if we update it, it can get a better grade, maybe a B or an A.